I just wanted to take a couple minutes. Usually when I try to plan videos out, never works out. So I'm just going to be myself and I'm going to talk and I'm going to assume that maybe you don't know much about me or who I am. So I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and this piece of art that I'm about to share with you. But first of all, I want to say that I pastor a church. I'm an author of a few books. One of them, my latest one, is called Lost in the Storm, which is my life story, which explains how I learned to paint. I was actually, in my past, I was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. I served 6 years out of those 8, and 1 year was in solitary confinement. And it was there where I picked up a pencil and I began to pencil draw. And later on in my time, I was able and had access to some paintbrushes, canvases, and paint, acrylic paint. And I learned to paint, and it did something for me. It set me free in a way, and it's something I've loved for a very long time now. And I've always painted on canvas, never painted on anything else. I know some people paint on wood or paper, different things. I've only painted on canvas. And one day my wife and I were at Home Depot, and I picked one of these up. It's like a brick tile, like maybe for a kitchen wall or something. And I said, I want to paint something. And I bought 3 of these. Okay. And I painted it white. And it just sat there for a few days because I didn't know what I wanted to paint. And I forgot what I was talking about with her. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the movie, The Prince of Egypt, came into my mind. And if I remember right, I think we watched parts of it on Netflix. I pointed because my TV's right there. And there's a part where the Red Sea opens up, and it just looks so amazing the way the artist did that for that animation. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. And here's something you got to learn to know about me is that when I paint, I would usually try to paint high detail, very high detail, and as best as I could to get detail with really small, fine, brushes. But I wanted to do something different on this tile. I wanted to be led more by my emotions and my I wanted to allow the brush strokes to just hit this without thinking too much about it and going high detail, because it forces me to how detailed can I get on a brick this small, and I like the idea and I like the challenge of it. So I just allowed my brushes to do what they did, and I got some colors together and got some of my favorite colors together, and I painted this picture. Now, I'm not showing you the original tile. I actually sold the original to someone that really liked my art, but this is what I came up with. All right, I'm back. I realized that the lens I had wasn't allowing the painting to be clear, but look. Originally, this was painted on a brick tile. Since then, I sold the original, and so many more people wanted it. So I decided to make giclée prints. And I wanted to make them in a limited edition because I understand it feels good when you have something original. And if something's a giclée print, well, it still feels good because it's still a limited edition. Not many people are going to have it. So I printed these in giclée canvas with the gallery wrap. And then I also did these paper, and they're framed. And they're ready to be hung. They have the set so they can be hung, And so I did this, and man, it was a lot of fun. If you notice the big brush strokes, the huge brush strokes, there wasn't a lot of detail in it. And I purposely did that because I feel like it brought more of the emotion out of what it was that I was trying to paint. And if you look in the center of that light in the yellow, there's a cross. And that has a lot of sentimental value, and you know, on why I put that there with that light shining down to Moses. But I just wanted to share a little bit about this painting, guys, and hopefully it gives you more insight. One other thing too is that the canvas Giclées have no signature. So that means whenever somebody orders one, I actually get my brush and I sign it. So that is why the price on the list is a little bit more on this, because it's a canvas and it's hand signed. But nevertheless, these are also limited also, but it has my signature already on it that was on the original painting. You know, but like I said, these are ready to be hung. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to tell you a little bit of story about this. So thank you so much, and thank you for viewing the website.